Good morning everyone. This is Neha Rastogi from the Millennium School, South City, Lucknow. Dear children, in the last video we discussed about the individual series and the various methods of calculating arithmetic mean under that series. Today we are going to discuss about the discrete series and the methods of calculating arithmetic mean under this series. Again children, there are three methods of calculating arithmetic mean under this series. First is your direct method, second is shortcut as was in the individual series, and third is your step deviation method. Now we are going to see the difference in the formulas. Children, if you remember, the discrete series is the one where we have two things given, the x and the frequencies. Frequencies are the number of times that variable is happening, that something is happening, or that x is occurring, right? That is your f, that is frequency. So formula under direct method is you have to calculate x bar. X bar is your arithmetic mean. It is sigma fx, that means sum of the product of f and x upon sigma f, that means sum of frequencies. If you remember children, the only difference here is from the individual series that there we were doing sigma x upon n. Since here n will be treated as sigma f, so in place of n we will keep sigma f, and here since we have added one more thing, frequency, in the table in the question, so it will be the product of f and x. Similarly here the change in the formula will be a plus assumed mean plus sigma fd, that means product of f and d upon sigma f, that means sum of the frequencies. Here it is a plus sigma fd dash upon sigma f into c. The formulas are just similar as was in your individual series. The only difference is here we have also introduced the frequency. So the formulas has changed little bit, right? Rest everything you know, what c means, what f means, what a means, right? Now let's see how do we attempt a question from this method. See, a discrete series looks like this. X is given, f is given. X can be height, x can be weight, x can be marks, right? It can be size, it can be anything. And f means the number of children who have got 2 marks, number of children who have got 3 marks, or number of people who have got weight equivalent to 2 kgs, 3 kgs, or whatever, right? So the question under discrete series is given in this form, x and f, right? So if we have to apply the first method, direct method, then the formula is sigma fx upon sigma f. So first of all we need to find out the product of f and x. See here, 2 10s are 20, 3 16s are 48, 4 11s are 44, so on and so forth. We calculate the sum of fx, that is sigma fx. We calculate the sum of frequencies, that is sigma f. After dividing them, we get the answer. Similarly, children, in the next method, formula is x bar is equals to a plus sigma fd upon sigma f. So first of all, for that formula, we have to calculate d, that is deviation from x. Sorry, deviation from assumed mean. Now formula for calculating d will remain same, x minus a. I have assumed a as the smallest number of this x series and the smallest number is 2. So I have taken 2 as assumed mean, 2 minus 2, 0, 3 minus 2, 1, 5 minus 2, 4. Sorry, 5 minus 2, 3, 6 minus 2, 4, 7 minus 2, 5, so on and so forth. Then I have multiplied f and d, the product of f and d. 10 into 0, 16 into 1, 11 into 2, 8 into 3, 6 into 4, 4 into 5, 3 into 6 and 2 into 7. After we get fd, we calculate the sum of fd, that means sigma fd. And this is how we compute it. 2, that is assumed mean, plus sigma fd upon sigma f. Again children, answer should be same. If you are doing the methods correctly, then answers from every method will be same. Third is your sigma fd dash upon sigma f into c. To calculate d dash, we see d. Now in this case children, if we have to calculate if we have to see the common number with which all the d's can be divided, it will only be 1. So here we have taken c is equals to 1, and ultimately the numbers will remain same. Obviously 1 divided by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, it will give you the same numbers. So here it will be of no change, right? D dash will be same as d and fd dash will be same as fd. It's just the computation will change. The substitution in the formula will change. Rest everything will remain same here, right? I hope you are able to understand children. Now let's see the third series known as continuous series or frequency distribution series. Children, in this series, question is given like this. Class intervals are given, right? That is why it is known as a continuous series. Class intervals are given and with it frequencies are given, right? That means 3 students have scored between 0 to 10. 8 have scored between 10 to 20. 12 have scored between 20 to 30. 5 have scored between 70 to 80, right? It shows these type of datas. Am I clear? These class intervals shows that these number of students have got marks somewhere lying between these class intervals, between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Why do we make these class intervals, children? Whenever the data is very vast, right? To actually shrink it, to compress it, we divide it into class intervals. So it becomes easier to represent the data of large number of units. Understood? Now what do we do with this? Children, the formula remains same. Formula in continuous series remains same as your discrete series. The only difference is, you must have studied in class 10th, that we calculate the mid values from here and you write it as m. Instead of writing it as m, you calculate the mid values and keep it as x, right? And then the formulas will remain same. There will be no confusion, but obviously you have to calculate the mid values. Now let's see how do we do it. For the calculation of mid value, your formula is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Now children, your lower limit and upper limit, these are your lower limits and these are your upper limits. So if we need to find out x or mid value from here, let's see how have we done it. 0 plus 10 is equals to 10 divided by 2 will be 5. 10 plus 20 is equals to 30 divided by 2 will be 15. 20 plus 30 is 50 divided by 2, 25. 30 plus 40 will be 70 divided by 2, 35. 40 plus 50, 90 divided by 2, 45. 50 plus 60 will be 110 divided by 2, 55, right? And similarly in these two cases. Then the formulas will remain same. The first method is your direct method where x bar is equals to sigma fx upon sigma f. So we find out the product of f and x. 3 5s are 15, 8 15s are 120, 12 25s are 300 and so on. And then we calculate the sum of fx and sum of f. We substitute the values like this and we get the concluding answer. Shortcut method, you again have to calculate a plus sigma fd upon sigma f. To find out d, we take the smallest number in the series of x. I have taken 5 because this is the smallest number of the x. And then I have calculated d. To find out fd, I have multiplied f with d. 3 into 0, 8 into 10, 12 into 20, 16 into 30 and so on. Then I have calculated the sum of fd, a plus, that means 5 plus sigma fd Sigma FD is 3370 divided by sigma F, that is 90. And the answer will be 42.44. Similarly, the answer for your direct method. Then your third method, children, to calculate D dash, it's D upon C. You can see in the D series, every number can be divided by 10. Every number is divisible by 10. So I have taken C as 10. So D dash here will be 0, 1, 2, means 10 divided by 10, 20 by 10, 30 by 10. It will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to calculate FD dash, we multiply frequency with the D dash. And then after calculating it, we find out the sum of this series. Right, children? And then we substitute in the formulas. No hassle, right? Now you understand how to do it. The only thing that you need to remember in this type of question is that you need to calculate the mid values which will act as your x. And then the question will be similar to your discrete series. I hope, children, you are able to understand this. I will be sending you some practice questions also. Kindly do them. Take care, children. Have a good day.